Let's jump straight into college football. Pete Carroll last year was upset at Mark Sanchez for leaving early and going to the league, talking about pride for USC, this, that, and the other. And what does he do a year later? He jumped ship himself. Seattle comes calling, and he's gone. This prompts Lane Kiffin of Tennessee, who's only been there a year, mind you, to leave Tennessee in shambles and go to USC. Might be a better option, might not. You leave Tennessee without the recruits that are jumping ship because you left. It's kind of, to put this in perspective, it's kind of like the Cinderella story. The prince coming with a glass shoe, puts it on her foot, and then he leaves with one of the older sisters. It's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and jump to the Big 12. Mike Leach, fired. Why? Because he treated one of his players like a Guantanamo Bay inmate. You can't do this. You can't treat him any kind of way. He had a concussion. What is leaving him in a dark room by himself, locked in there with a security guard at the door, going to do to help him? Nothing. Then let's go ahead and move up north to Kansas. Mark Mangino. You can't treat your players like this. He treated his players about this much, probably a little bit better than Michael Vick treated his pit bulls. The problem is humans can actually complain to the treatment that you give them. This opens the door for Turner Gill, who hopefully will do better, and Tommy Tuberville from Auburn, who had an undefeated season there, to replace Mike Leach. We'll see how that goes.
About me? I like baseball because I play baseball for a living. I'm outgoing. I'm rich. And I like public ass groping. Fat booty. And I'm just looking for a chick with a dude's haircut that likes sharing umbrellas. Ellis. Hey. I'm drawn to women with whiny voices who wear clothes that show their nips. You got a lot of emotional baggage? I'm your boy. Maybe somebody whose past relationships have forced them to set the bar really low. Down here somewhere. That's about it. Peace. Whoa! I don't hit chicks. I don't know if that matters, but I don't hit chicks, because that's a bad thing. I don't. Because, you know, hitting chicks, that's not cool. I don't do it. I don't hit chicks. Chris Brown.
LA Sports. Look, we got a spotlight for the week. Comes all the way from Kansas City. It's M. Radford, a.k.a. your boy Polo. Check him out. Here's the spotlight of the week.
Hi, I'm M. Radford, a.k.a. your boy Polo, and the spotlight shining bright in KC thanks to LA Sports. Let's jump right into the topic at hand, boxing. Professional boxing is not what it used to be. What happened to the Alis, the Fraziers, the Holyfields, Roy Jones in his prime, and who could forget Iron Mike? Well, you've heard the coined phrase that hip-hop is dead. Hey, the corner better make room at the office because that's not the only thing that's dead. Professional boxing is. And we need somebody or somebodies with an S to bring it back. Floyd Manning, please. We need the fight to happen. Make it happen. Facebook viewers, please comment, let us know what you think about that magical fight that we're all waiting on. If you're on YouTube watching, subscribe to LA Sports, and please chime in and let us know. But for the time being, let's watch the virtual fight.
$57.9 million viewers, the most since the Seinfeld finale. And what were they watching? Saints versus Vikings, one of the best games all year and one of the worst looking games all year. I mean, I don't understand it. Fumbles were key. Everybody fumbled. Everybody's mad at Peterson. He fumbled here, he fumbled there. Yes, he fumbled. But still, he ran for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you can fumble once or twice. None of his fumbles resulted in touchdowns. Percy Harvin's fumble did result in a touchdown. Saints got one. Bernard Berrien fumbled. I think the difference was the Saints were actually keying for fumbles. They were trying to strip the ball. Every play, if you watch, when they made the tackle, somebody's stripping the ball. You may say this always happens, but it never happens this much. Not in this crucial of a game. They've tried that. The difference was they were losing bad, really. Look at the stats. The Vikings had over 400 plus yards compared to only 200 something yards by the Saints. They were dominated. They should have been blown out. And at the end of the game, overtime, couple plays. First, the bad pass interference call. When Lieber didn't even touch the guy, the tight end kind of pushed off him, they call pass interference. Let's talk about the fourth down play, 4th and 1, when Prey Thomas actually loses control of the ball in midair, but when he recovers, he's back behind the line of scrimmage. But they still give him the first down. Then Robert Meacham may or may not have caught the pass, but hey, it's Robert Meacham. I don't care. He went to Booker T anyway, so big ups. He's the only reason why I'll be going for the Saints next game against the Colts. Now, Peyton, he threw for 377 yards, I think 3 TDs. I mean, he was a machine. He was ridiculous, throwing all over the field. The Jets put up a good fight at the beginning, but when Peyton Manning's on, he's on. You can't stop him. That's just the way it is. And guess what, Saints? That's how it's going to be unless you're able to pull the same trick you did against the Vikings, and that's stripping the ball and making plays on defense. Because you're going to get ripped up for yards. It's will you let him driving on you affect you by allowing him to score? That's a big difference. That's what stopped the Vikings from blowing you out in this past game. And hopefully you can continue because your offense didn't look too good. And maybe you're holding out for the playoffs, for the Super Bowl. Anyway, Super Bowl coming up. My pick is the Colts, but I'm rooting for the Saints. Robert Meacham went to the same high school. I got to root for the Saints, and they beat my team. I picked the Vikings all the way, so go Saints. First, let's get started. NBA All-Star Game. Come on, son. Really? Hey, shout out to Ed Lover. Really, Allen Iverson? Really? How are you going to vote Allen Iverson into the All-Star Game? He's a starter. He's barely played at all. He's been traded from a team because he wasn't playing that good. And all of a sudden, he's on another team, and he's still not averaging any points at all. I mean, let's be real. And how are you going to have Tracy McGrady, who's played 6 games this year, and he hasn't even played a lot of minutes in those 6 games. It's like average 12 minutes a game, and he's on the All-Star ballot? That's crazy. People like Kevin Durant almost averaging 30 points a game, and he's not even on the list. He is on the list as possible backup with Dirk Nowitzki, but we're going to check on that. But whatever. They need to change the whole format of how people get into the All-Star Game. Fans should not be voting, period. Or they should only account for maybe a third of the vote. Whatever. I don't know. BCS may need to be involved. Who knows? You know how bad that is. But anyway, if you ain't been paying attention, I told you the Thunder was my team to watch. And guess what? It came out to be true. I think you need to start listening to me. The Thunder are what, 20, 23, and 16, 18, whatever. Either way, they're in the running for 6th place in the Western Conference. I mean, come on. I mean, for the second youngest team to be that close to being number 1 in their league, not number 1, number 5 in their league, it's still a big deal. It's a big deal. If they make the playoffs, it's a big deal. But hopefully they don't play the Lakers in the first round because that'd be ugly. But anyway, you know, that's what it is. Hey, give me your thoughts on the whole thing, the All-Star Game and your teams. I ain't hear anybody talk about their teams at all. Let me know what your team is. I'm Leon Andrew. Check me out. Make a comment.